If you were a Liverpool fan, how would you be feeling about this? From the Bezos angle in particular, like, we don't know exactly in its fullest form what his involvement is, but just as we know now, as we understand it, he is now a part of, he is now linked to financially Liverpool Football Club. Would you treat that with trepidation? Would you be excited by that? Like, where would your mood take you?
Yeah, cautious optimism. And it's really a part of this changing aspect of global football, really. I mean, now you have people, and really it's kind of the Wrexham effect here in the United States, because that documentary, it's been fantastic, by the way. I'm a big fan of the show, but it's warmed up everybody to this idea of owning a soccer club in England. And I think it's kind of this vanity thing. And so if Bezos is in the shadows, I don't know if it really matters that much in terms of the change of the outlook of the club. And it sounds as if Bezos has surrounded himself with some pretty knowledgeable football brains, and so that's a good sign. So I wouldn't be too concerned about it. It's a pipeline to vast resources of capital, which clubs are probably going to need in the near future. And so that would make me happy as a Liverpool fan. And I don't know. I don't know what the perception is of having really super wealthy Americans coming in and owning teams. They kind of have a poor track record to some degree, although Arsenal's done well. But you look at Manchester United as an example. And so there might be a negative perception that wealthy Americans that have never kicked a soccer ball are coming over and, disrupting this game. Frankly, it's one of the reasons why I do travel to England to watch football and go. I haven't been to Anfield yet, but maybe we can grab a pint and go see a match sometime. I would love this. Yeah. But it just hasn't resonated here with Americans, and until I hate to say it, like Ted Lasso and Wrexham and this stuff has made it really kind of cool to be involved. But I could see why some fans are kind of resentful of that. And it's one of the reasons why I'm wearing the QPR hoodie, which I think I've been to 3 matches at Loftus Road, and I love it because it's gritty. It seems like a real experience versus the Hollywood entertainment style of going to see an Arsenal match, And so global football's changing. There's lots of money. It's becoming like Hollywood. Mm-hmm. And so I can imagine there are some fans that are disappointed with that and don't like it. And I get that, because when I go for an experience in England to watch some games, I've been to some big clubs, but frankly, some of the smallest clubs. I went and saw Dulwich Hamlet play. Have you ever heard of them?
Oh yeah, I've heard of them. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I loved it, and so, but I'm as I said, I'm kind of a real geek.
That's proper.
And I like that gritty small town, like the community aspect of it. And the challenge for clubs like Liverpool, in my opinion, is going to be holding on to that community spirit, that strong bond that a club like Liverpool has. And I think it's still there, and it certainly resonates, while this massive influx of capital and personalities and Hollywood comes in. And that's a balancing act that clubs are going to have to walk, and it's not easy. So for how fans really think about this, I don't know. It probably gets into a psychological analysis of how people think about their relationship with football.
It's so tricky. It really is. And I think we as Liverpool fans have been wrestling with that. And it's not just Liverpool fans, Premier League fans, football fans, full stop, have been wrestling with that for some time now, because gone are the days of, and I've said this numerous times recently, local businessman gets rich, buys local football club and puts money into it and successfully. You just can't do that anymore. It just doesn't exist, really. Not at the elite level of the Premier League anyway. So it has been a case.
And just on that point, I have 3 acquaintances here in the Seattle area that have made decent money, not Jeff Bezos money, but decent money, that own various levels of English football clubs. That just boggles my mind. Wow. I guess with Bezos now it's fourth, although he's technically in Miami. But I mean, the amount of money that's flowing in, even to smaller clubs, is just insane.
Yeah, it is. And we're seeing it all the time. And thankfully, in certain cases, down the pyramid, it's been the saviour. We've seen it with Sheffield Wednesday recently. They were bought when they were on the brink of going out of business. So it has been a good thing, but it is a necessity. Really, really is a necessity. And some people see that as an evil necessity, really, the fact we do need this sort of money coming into the country and into the football, but that's the world we're living in. But yeah, we've had obviously FSG now for the longest time, and they've been good along the way. They've made missteps along the way. They've rectified mistakes along the way. They've had to do public apologies along the way. So we know this comes with a side order of problems, and potentially that disconnect is the biggest fear, I think, between community and the football and what it means to be part of Liverpool Football Club, because we think of ourselves, we pride ourselves on the fans being the most important part of Liverpool Football Club. And if you lose that connection, if you lose that, you lose everything, essentially. So it's a really difficult tightrope in which to walk. Tightrope in which to walk, I should say. Interesting. Eduardo Saverin, I want to get your take on him, because your expertise lie in the technology world. He's another part of this as well. I won't go into as much detail as we did about Bezos, but yeah, I don't know hardly anything about him, really. So if you don't mind giving us a little bit of background.
Yeah, I haven't covered him certainly as closely, and he hasn't really been engaged with Facebook for years. But from what I've gathered, he's actually more of a football fan. Okay. So that is positive. That, or maybe it's not. Have an owner that is more of a football fan. But Brazilian entrepreneur, also like other high net worth individuals, angel investors in a number of companies. He's younger than Bezos. And so I think he, in many ways, could be more engaged and active in the club than Bezos. Now, interestingly, he also went to school in Miami. And so there's a Miami connection here. I don't personally know whether Saverin and Bezos pal around together in Florida, but I found that interesting. But yeah, I'm not as familiar with him and his interests, but it will be interesting to see more as a football fan if he takes more of an active role.
It's just a fascinating time, it really is. Just the different names from the different parts of the world, essentially. You've got Brazilian, obviously American, you got the Indian family with the Mittals, Amit Bhatia, Indian, British based, and how they've come together to be part of Liverpool Football Club, and potentially a bigger part of Liverpool Football Club, maybe in the not too distant future, is a bit wild. It really is. But here we are. These are the times we're living in. Scary, maybe exciting. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. John, it's been a pleasure speaking to you. Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate your level of expertise and knowledge on Jeff Bezos and indeed fantasy football, of course.
Yeah, wish me luck this year. I don't know if I can top my 5,000th place, but
that's hopefully
my Liverpool assets pull through for me this year.
Well, I would say if you need any advice, feel free to reach out, but you would not want my advice on fantasy football whatsoever. I'm terrible at it. So yeah, I can't help you there, I'm afraid. But I can help you if you do want to come to Anfield. That is something I can make happen. So just reach out and we'll sort that for you.
Would love that. I got to get another trip planned. I've not done the teams up north, so that's definitely on my list next time I hop over.
Come and see the Bezos Reds next year. We might have Amazon on the front of our shirts by that time. You never know. Thanks again for your time. Massively appreciated. Everybody else, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Take care. I'll see you soon. That was a clip from Expert Insight. To check out the whole show, simply download the Redmen Plus app or click the link in the description.